Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a full teardown look at a Denso alternator. This one's used on the Honda Accord and the Acura TSX. Alright, let's get started. First thing we're doing is removing the rectifier cover. There are 3 nuts holding this cover in place. Go ahead and spin those off, and once they're removed, the entire cover lifts right out. Next up, we're removing all the screws that hold the rectifier and brush holder assembly in place. I'm pointing them out here. You've got 4 long screws for the rectifier and 3 smaller screws that secure the brush holder and voltage regulator. Using a screwdriver, I'm removing the 4 long screws first. And then the 3 smaller ones. Once those screws are out, we can look at the stator leads and the soldering points. Normally, these would still be soldered in from the factory, but for this teardown video, they're already cut for easier demonstration. If you're doing this at home, you can use pliers and a soldering iron to free the stator leads. Same with the voltage regulator lead. You can desolder it if you want to keep the rectifier reusable. Here's a closer look. These are the 6 stator lead points you'll either be cutting or desoldering during removal. And right here is the small soldering point where the voltage regulator connects to the rectifier. Now we can remove the voltage regulator and the brush holder. I missed one screw earlier, so here I'm taking out the last one, holding everything together. Once that's removed, the brush holder and voltage regulator lift right off. Let's take a closer look. You can see the OEM markings and the heat sink on the voltage regulator. And a closer look at the brush holder with the brushes. You can see the brushes are worn down from years of use. Next, we're removing the rectifier from the alternator. I'm using a flathead screwdriver as gentle leverage to separate it from the housing. These can be a little snug depending on corrosion or age, but it should pop free with steady pressure. Now I'm pointing out the 4 through bolts. These run all the way through the slip ring and frame into the drive and frame housing. Let's go ahead and remove all 4. Now that the through bolts are out, we can move to the front. I flip the alternator over so you can see the pulley and pulley nut. We're removing the pulley using an impact tool with the correct socket. Hold the pulley firmly in one hand, and you hold the pulley firmly with the other hand. Use the tool, and it should come right off. Note, sometimes the pulley gets stuck. This could use a little finesse. Nothing a little WD-40 can't fix. Next, with the pulley removed, now it's time to separate the two frame housings. Sometimes they stick because the rotor gets caught on the slip ring end. So here, I'm using the weight of the alternator and tapping the rotor against a solid base to push it through the stator. And there we go. The drive end frame housing comes free, and the rotor stays stuck in the slip ring side. Now we're back on the table with the rotor still in the slip ring housing. To remove it, I'm using a technique I learned from a shop, using a casing from an old heavy-duty starter as support so gravity can help push the rotor out. You can also use a press, but this works great. The rotor drops out, separates from the slip ring end frame housing and the stator. And don't forget this, there's a washer between the rotor and the frame housing. Don't lose this. Next up is the drive end housing. It still has the bearing retainer and the bearing installed. I removed the 4 screws holding the bearing retainer in place. And once that's off, we can press out the bearing using a socket and a hammer. finally, all parts laid out: stator, rotor, frame housings, rectifier, regulator, brush holder, pulley, everything separated and ready for rebuild or inspection. And that's the full teardown breakdown of this Denso alternator. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Drop a comment if you want to see the full rebuild process, testing procedures, or other different types of alternators. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more detailed how-to videos just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And before we wrap up, if you're working on your own alternator, starter, or electrical repair, check out our online store at rcautoelectric.com. We've got complete rebuild kits, replacement components, and quality tested parts for a variety of different makes, models, and years. It's all organized to browse exactly what you need. Everything from bearings, brushes, brush holders, rectifiers, voltage regulators, pulleys, clutch pulleys, stators, rotors, to full alternator rebuild kits and starter parts. All parts ship fast. Everything is quality checked and field tested, and it directly supports the channel so we can keep making videos like this. Again, that's rcautoelectric.com. Link is in the description. Let's get your car running right. Long-term solutions for a fraction of the price.